I want to talk a little bit about the importance of having a healthy and regulated nervous system because, in my own personal experience, when you are perpetually existing in a state of fight or flight, right, you're always watching your back, you think you're basically paranoid. Understand that it's very difficult to be fruitful, to be productive when you are existing in that state of mind. Now, most people who do not have a regulated nervous system exist in an environment where people are consistently antagonizing, harassing, provoking, and in other ways degrading them as a human being. Okay, many people who, for example, have been to prison have a very, very fried nervous system, right? Because you don't know if you're going to get shanked, you don't know if someone's going to, assault you. You're always in a state of hyper awareness. Understand that you cannot fully thrive, especially creatively, when your nervous system is that alive all of the time. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about next, okay, is how do you actually regulate your nervous system? It's actually quite simple. It's called establishing distance between yourself and people who fry your nervous system. So if you're around an individual who is basically constantly provoking you, constantly antagonizing you, always trying to get a reaction out of you, always competing with you, you need to remove yourself. Either you need to go or they need to go. It doesn't really matter. It's really more so a means to an end. Okay, because I am telling you, you cannot operate at a high level when your nervous system is fried. Whenever you see people that are unable, people love saying things like, oh, I have ADHD. I'm not saying that they don't, but what I can confidently say is that a lot of those people have individuals around them that are messing up their nervous system, right? They have people that will just constantly poke at them, basically bullies that live in close proximity to them. And it's like, you cannot operate in a high level of creative genius when you have people that are constantly dysregulating your nervous system. Like, do not think that painters or poets or writers or inventors were able to create these things with people that were basically making them paranoid all the time. Don't That's not possible, and any creative person will tell you that. Okay, oftentimes they'll even go into a quiet or a secret place where they can just think and create. Okay, do you think when Michael Jackson was in the studio, or when Leonardo da Vinci was painting, or when Nikola Tesla was inventing, that they had these people that were constantly, again, harassing, provoking, and antagonizing them, making the creative process more difficult than it had to be? No, they didn't have those types of people around them. And so it's very important to understand that when you are around people that you know are literally causing your nervous system to break down, and it's not a one-time thing. I'm talking about perpetual. That's why I brought up the prison example, right? Because if you're in prison for like 15 years, your nervous system's going to be fried for 15 years, right? Because it's not a matter of, oh, I have to watch my back one day a week. And it's like, no, it's 24/7 until you get out. And even then, a lot of that paranoia and that nervous system response of always trying to, be proactive about a potential threat, it never leaves the person. Okay. And so my solution for a fried nervous system is to identify and distance yourself between people that are constantly provoking, antagonizing, and harassing you. Okay, do not take this stuff lightly, because whenever you see people that have a quote unquote mental breakdown, or they just don't go to work, or they skip class, or they always, call out of commitments they made, most of the time it is because their nervous system is so dysregulated because of people that they don't even know how to function anymore as a normal person in society. Okay, and you have to protect yourself and understand, okay, if I can literally identify and categorize people that are making my nervous system respond the way that it is, no relationship is worth having a fried nervous system. Like, I am so sorry, right? And I want to, talk about this briefly. It's not a matter of hate. Like, whenever you see people say things like, I could love you with all my heart, but then never speak to you again, most of the time it is because of a nervous system response. Like, if you're around a person who's always complaining, always got something negative to say, is always mad, is always upset, has jealous tendencies, you might love that person, but you know that that person's presence is going to cause your nervous system to operate in a hyper state of awareness, right? What are they going to do? I got to watch my back. What are they going to say? And you know that's not good for you. It's not even the person, because we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but it's just like understanding, right? That like those types of people are not good for you, right? They're not good for you. And so it's like, I don't hate you, but it's like, as I put in the description, it is written, be fruitful and multiply. So if I can't even be a productive and fruitful human being because of people that are making that more difficult for me, do you really think that I'm just going to allow people that are causing me to not be productive to just continue to be around me? That's not how it works. And so I'm saying this: regulate your nervous system. Okay, I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not going to even try to give you advice like I'm a psychologist, but what I can say, okay, as someone who I think there was a period of time in my life where my nervous system was severely fried, be present as much as you possibly can. What do I mean by that? Stop doom scrolling. Stop listening to music. Okay, I will be in the gym for 2 hours with no music playing. People will come up to me and be like, why don't you listen to music? Why? Because I want to be present. Because when you have a dysregulated nervous system, you are constantly in a state of consumption. Understand the worst possible thing you can do for yourself when your nervous system is not regulated properly is to be in a state of hyperconsumption. You're eating food, listening to music, doom scrolling, and watching a movie, you're making it worse. You actually need to do like what they say, like one thing at a time. Go to the gym, put your phone in a locker, and just focus on your sets and your reps. Right? If you're studying, do not listen to your little lo-fi playlist. Just be fully present, set timers. Another thing as well is do not rush into things. Right? Don't rush. Don't feel like you need to speed your way through everything. Okay, I am telling you this. Like, everyone loves trying to self-medicate themselves. I see a lot of people on the internet. Oh, I'm an ADHD. I have OCD. Da 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 da. And it's like, no, you have a dysregulated nervous system because of people who are putting you in a state of fight or flight, and you are keeping these people around you, either voluntarily or involuntarily. And that's what's causing you to not be able to focus. That's what's causing you to always be watching your back. That is what is causing you to never fully trust people. It's your nervous system that needs to be regulated properly. And when you do it, okay, when you take the steps to actually begin to regulate your nervous system, all of a sudden things feel normal. Whenever people love saying things like, oh, I lost my spark, no, somebody severely wrecked your nervous system and you're trying to recover yourself. That's what happened. Okay, regulate yourself. See you next time.